What is up, guys? It is Chris Jericho, aka Keith, here with Kenny Omega, aka Tony. This is the first edition of Talk is Jericho, and hopefully it won't be the last. Hopefully I don't suck that bad. Sup, Tony?
What's up, Keith?
So, tell me about how you joined WIFC. Did you find an account? What made you join? Anyone help you?
Well, back in summer 2014, I downloaded iFunny because I remember my friends used to have iFunny, and I was like, hey, this seems neat. So I joined iFunny, and I'm going through Collective one day, and something catches my eye because I was watching about WWE at the time, and it was like some weird role-playing thing, and I remember the guy who got me into it. His character was Banana Dean Ambrose.
I remember him, yes.
Yeah, like that was the guy who got me in. Like I was like, I had some like really generic account name, like Awesome Guy 707. I was like, hey, can I join? And he's like, sure. I'm like, so who should I join as? He's like, anyone you want, man. I'm Banana Dean Ambrose. I was like, oh, that's cool. And that's around the time I joined Division A, summer 2014.
Yeah, 14. So, how long did it take you to get called up?
I was called up within like 2 months, but I wasn't here that long in like 2014. So like almost as soon as I was called up, I left.
Wow.
Because I had like school and stuff, and I was too lazy to like juggle all that at the time.
Were you always Kurt Angle?
Yeah, I was Kurt Angle when I joined back then too.
What other titles did you win, or was the World Heavyweight Championship the only one?
The World Heavyweight Championship was the first title I won, but in summer 2014, I was the original guy to pitch the Division A Television Championship. And at the time, Division A had 5 shows each week, and it was like the booker could pick whatever show he wanted. Like the booker had full creative control on how he wanted to do stuff. And back in the day, it was defended on each and every show, the Division A TV Championship. And Vex was like the first champion with like 10, 12 defenses or something crazy like that.
Yeah, I remember him. He was a good champion, even though I don't know if he made that many promos, but I do remember him ass raping a bunch of people.
Back then, it was more popularity than promos.
Back then? You mean right now?
Yeah, but back then especially. Today, at least promos count a little bit today. I mean, if you try and people like you, then you get the votes.
You need people to like you, so that's basically the number one thing.
You always need people to like you. Doesn't matter what in life, you need people to like you. It's not rocket science.
So, who was your best friend during your duration in WIFC?
Well, I don't really have a singular best friend, I think, but our little Division A clique from 2015, because that's when I really started getting into WIFC in a more serious way.
Yeah.
And that was like, and we had a great class. It was like me, Deshaun, who's now Kofi Kingston, Dante, who's now Big E, Styles, Trevor, you know. Rustin was there, Will was there, Steven was there, Brandon, the current United States champion, was there. A bunch of great guys were there.
Oh, that's cool.
But, yeah, Will was, I think I was closest to Will out of all of them, honestly, because he was like my first rival I had with like an actual rivalry going into the Battle of Division A, where I lost, but yeah.
Okay, so World Heavyweight Championship match, where you won? How did you feel like during the match and everything like that?
During Godfather when I initially won it?
Yeah.
I remember because I came back, I had a rivalry with Shelton Benjamin, and then I won a contenders match, and then me and Sawyer started a little rivalry. And I think Sawyer, he was sort of drifting out of WIC at the time, so because I always sort of felt like I was going over, but it was still like, because I never won a championship in WIC, and every other time I pursued a title, one of the things holding me back that people said was, oh, you never held a title, so how can we know you'll be a good champion? But this time it was like Sawyer was sort of going a little bit inactive at the time, so then I won the championship based off of that. But it still felt great, and it was sort of like when I won it, I was like, well, what now? Because I had no idea what to do with it. I had never had any championship experience. Like when you won the WRC championship, that was your first singles title, but at least you had a tag title behind you.
Yeah, that's a long story that I will not get into. Stupid tag title, but that's...
If you want to get into that, go check out Cintron's podcast with Keith.
Yes, go check out Mason's podcast. But, who was, in your opinion, the toughest, contender you had to face for your championship?
Moxley, no doubt.
Moxley, no doubt.
He really brought out the best in me, and honestly, looking back at it, that could have gone either way. If I lost, I would have lost to probably my best contender yet, honestly.
Uh-huh.
And winning it was obviously great, because that's what I tried to do. I tried to win.
Mm-hmm.
But he really brought out the best in me, and I feel like I brought out the best in him. And honestly, I really hope he wins a world championship in the future. It will be an injustice if he doesn't, because that man is...
You know, the number one way for him to win the world championship is for him to lose the tag titles first.
Well, that's true. And who would he have to lose it to?
Gee, I wonder who.
I wonder who. You're in a tag team?
Okay, so, right now, what are you doing in WIFC? After losing the World Heavyweight Championship, where do you go from there?
Well, there's only one other person going after the World Heavyweight Championship right now, which was Aiden.
Mm-hmm.
So, and since I lost it to a Money in the Bank cash-in, Xavier gave me a contenders match that I just won tonight against EC3. So I'm probably going to have my rubber match with Cole at Mayday.
Mm-hmm.
And after that, I'll probably plan from there. If I lose, my plan is to go after the hardcore belt and do the King of Anywhere matches, Kenny Omega.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think that'd be a cool way to go
Hardcore.
down for now.
Huh. That's interesting. So...
Yeah.
Oh, what were you going to say?
No, continue.
I was going to say, so about, like, current stuff in WIFC, now I'm going to get, like, a little personal about it. Who do you think is the most overrated person at the moment?
Overrated.
Or team, person, stable, anything.
Let me think about that for one little second.
Okay, while you're thinking about it, I'll ask you who is the most underrated person, Division A included.
Underrated and overrated.
Yeah.
Alright. I was going to say Bobby Fish, but then he won his Intercontinental Contenders match today, because he's a good guy. So I can't say he's underrated if he's getting a secondary shot.
Mm-hmm.
Old Leo, he's overrated right now. Right now he is. When he was Leo, he was good. But right now he's like Bo Dallas, and people are still a little bit riding him just a little
He's
bit.
Bo Dallas _WIFC.
Yeah, he's someone like that.
He hates Jericho for some reason.
I liked him a lot better as Leo, but he did a lot of test promos, and then he changed to Bo Dallas for I have no clue. But I think he's in a championship scramble for the Division A title. But honestly, if he loses, I want to call him up, but only if he like changes like Leo or someone more serious.
Yeah, freaking Bo Dallas. That's like being Jimmy Uso without a J.
It's definitely a bold career choice, to say the least.
Yes, it is. Who is the most annoying person, in your opinion?
If you're annoying, I block you on Kick.
At Xavier.
Xavier is annoying at times, but he's a good friend, so I mean, he's cool.
Yeah, he's alright. Not too bad, I guess. At the moment, out of all the current people in WIFC, who do you say has helped you out the most, or is your best friend, excluding the thing from when you began in WIFC?
Rustin was always there to talk to about career stuff, so I'd have to say him.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really sad to see he retired, because me and him had a career versus title match planned for Mayday.
Yeah, I was looking forward to that. That looked pretty cool.
Yeah, but shit
Fucking
happens.
Cole.
You gotta... I don't blame him. I mean, it sucks being Money in the Bank, because if you win, then you sort of get a little bit of heat. But at the same time, it's like, what's he gonna do, not cash it in? Like, you can't blame the guy. He just sort of picked, like, a weird time to do it. But it was a great time, because honestly, he arguably had the most memorable cash-in. He cashed in for an Impact title on a Raw show on the 100th day of my reign. I mean, how much better could you really get? Because that's pretty
featuring other Money in the Bank cash-ins. It was freaking Aiden cashing on Vacant.
You cashed in on Vacant. You weren't technically Money in the Bank, but you cashed in on Vex, quote unquote.
I think my cash-in was strategic and smart. Shout out to Shelly for helping me figure that out a little bit. But
you were the architect, Seth Rollins. It fit the character perfectly.
Yeah, hell yeah. But Money in the Bank wise, because that was All Star or whatever it was.
Yeah, that was the
Champions versus All Stars thing, yeah. Featuring Money in the Bank, it was Aiden. He just cashed in on Vacant. Jed.
Jed cashed in on tag titles, and again, Shelly was. I think he cashed in with Shelly.
Yeah, and this year Bailey won, left because of Bullet Club heat, I think, right?
Yeah, he left he claimed it was more personal heat because he said people were getting on him for winning Money in the Bank. And I was like, dude, just keep making promos and just blow it off because because everyone wanted Deshaun to win, but I was like, dude, people voted for you and you won. I mean, that means people liked you. All because a couple people don't like you, just gotta blow through the haters. But I guess he wanted to go to a place more chill, and I don't blame him, honestly. He wanted to just go chill out for a little bit and just do him in DHW, I think. So, I mean...
I disagree with that completely. When you have Money in the Bank, there's no circumstance you should leave. It's like basically a guaranteed world title run.
Trust me, I don't like the fact he left at all either. But, I mean, on the leaving with Money in the Bank is honestly just sort of tainted it a little bit, because then it's like, oh, look, because when you look back at the big SPVs like Mania, and then you're going to go to Extreme World and say, hey, how come Owens won it? And then you have to go say, oh, he vacated because he couldn't take the heat.
Fucking Owens, oh my god.
If Owens wanted to lose that badly, why did... I don't know.
I love how in the Raw chat, like, the day he cashed in, he was like, to be honest, I thought I was going to lose, and I didn't even want to win, and I was like, are you kidding me? And of course, typical thing from him, he says, LOL, JK, and he actually meant it.
And then that started the string of terribleness for the WIFC Championship.
That started it? No, it's been started for a freaking while. Yeah, Cena.
It started at Cena. When you lost it in controversial fashion to Cena, and then what happened after that? Cena won it, and then he lost it to Cole.
And then Cole lost it later that night to Jericho.
2 hours later to Jericho, who lost it a month later to Aiden, who lost it a month later to you, right?
Yeah.
Then he was back to you?
Yeah. Want to hear a funny story about that? I know this isn't about me, but it was... Everyone thought I had vacated the WIFC title, but I actually didn't. But they took me out of the championship match, literally 2 hours before the SPV. And I had this kick-ass promo ready explaining why I hadn't talked in a while. And they were just like, no, you can't do it. I'm like, okay, whatever. And I didn't do it. And that's basically all I'm going to say about it. But after that, it was who beat...
Sami Callihan. It was Callihan.
Callahan, then Reigns?
Is that Joseph?
Yeah, it was Joseph, yeah.
Yeah. And then Roman won it, and then I remember because that's when I took over as Raw GM, and honestly, Roman had so much momentum in summer, but they had so many planned contenderships for the WIFC Championship during summer, so it was hard for him to ever get into any contendership places. And by the time he won it, it felt like a couple months too late.
Yeah.
It's like when they gave... This isn't like the greatest analogy, but it's almost like when they gave CM Punk the beginning of that title reign after the Summer of Punk, after he got buried by Triple H and everyone. Then he won the championship. And when Roman won it, I was thinking, I was hoping he'd hope it for a while, but then he lost it to ACH, who, honestly, if you ever think you suck, look at this guy, because honestly, when he was Booker T, he sucked. He was trash as Booker T, I remember. And then he formed a team with Bo Dallas called Booker T or whatever it was.
I remember that.
Then I come back, he's ACH, he's super over, and he wins the WRC championship after an awesome hardcore reign. I was like, whoa.
And then loses it a month later to Cole. No,
yeah, then he lost it to
Cole.
Cole. Yeah, at Mania.
And then
Who
Cole
then lost it to Deshaun.
Yeah.
Who then lost it
Do we
We lost
realize
it.
how many champions there have been since I lost it?